Welcome to Divine Hand for another soulful, insightful, spiritual message. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. Collective. I pre-pulled some oracle cards and tarot for our convenience. Now, this message is for my air signs. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, in the oracle deck, I pulled the hoping, past life, and confusion. So, this is something about past life memories and unfinished lessons. Okay, this is like a soul level recognition. Okay, so your patterns from the past, your repeated patterns, is something on a soul level that you may need to recognize. Okay, this is like old karmic patterns that's overlapping with the present moment. Okay, so until these karmic lessons and patterns are healed, then you're going to constantly repeat them. Okay, you may be feeling hopeful for clarity, recognition, or reconciliation, or alignment, yet you feel very uncertain about the direction or your attention or the timing. Okay, this confusion is a sign that your soul remembers more than just the conscious mind is ready to process. Okay, so let's move on to the tarot. So I pulled the sun card upright, and so the sun card is like, this represents a past life soul bond. Okay, so the sun just brings recognition. Okay, this is like illuminating the past, right? The truth about the past life, or the current past timeline. Okay, this feels familiar because it is familiar. Okay, so, this is what your message is about, air signs. Okay, some type of soul bond that you're in and that you like need to heal. You're not releasing it. Okay, so here we have the Lovers card upright, and so with the Sun card and the Lovers card, it's like this lovers situation that you're in, some type of soul bond that you are in or was in. It feels very familiar. Okay, so this lover card shows like a soul level choice. So confirmation, thank you, spirit. Right, so there was like some type of choice that some type of lover that you chose, that may have appeared before in your past life, right? And this is like a karmic lesson is what you're learning, right? And this is why you constantly keep repeating patterns, air signs. Okay, um this is where you may be hoping to mend some type of past life lover situation. Okay, that's on a soul level. Let's move on. So I have the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, and so this is like being unstable regarding family, regarding your direction. Okay, like this is like a wake up. This is like basically telling you to wake up, right? That things are not going in your favor. Okay, this is some type of family, or someone you had a home with that is in reverse. It no longer exists. Okay, and so you're hoping to manifest this Four of Wands situation. Okay, let's move on. We have the Six of Swords upright, and this is like a karmic transition. So there's a need to heal those karmic patterns. Okay, these old wounds is what this is, and this is like being divinely guided to walk away from what was lost. Okay, the Four of Wands situation, the family, the um you know stability. Okay, and this is why the Four of Wands is in reverse, because of um repeated patterns, okay? And this can be something as deep as like because this is like ancestral as well, so this is something deep in your bloodline, air signs, okay? So this is your soul saying you don't have to suffer like before, okay? This is like healing the bridge between the past and the present timeline, okay? So there is a need for some healing, okay? Air signs, okay? And then we have the chariot in reverse, okay? And so this is like a confusion when it comes to your direction, air signs, okay? Here is the core of your confusion, okay? This is a desire, but it's not clear. It's not a clear direction, okay? So you may be feeling stuck emotionally and practically, but you having hope, okay? But the timing and control are very much so off when it comes to this chariot in reverse, okay? Let's move on. So then we have the Five of Pentacles upright, okay? And so this is like past life abandonment wounds, okay? Um, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold. This could be mother issues. This can represent a mother, okay? So this can be feeling, this can be like your mother may have abandoned you, okay? And it crippled you in such on a soul level, okay? um you may have had, you may have been, this broke you really really bad, but on a soul level, okay? And that's really deep, and this really needs to be changed with the five, and it needs to be healed, okay? um this card points to like fears of rejection or being left behind, okay? Likely carried from the past life, okay? Your bloodline, something in your past life or the past, okay? um this is will represent a mother, and this will represent a child, so this is something to do with the childhood that needs to be healed. And so this is where separation, loss, or lack occurs, okay? So this is wound cloud. This is a wound cloud, right? um Created by emotional confusion. So you may not understand some things from the past, and sometimes you're not going to get the answers from the past. You're responsible for your own healing. Let's move on. We got the Hermit card upright, and this is a soul reflection and healing, okay? So there's a need um with this Hermit card to gain some type of karmic wisdom, right? So that you can heal. This is going to require inner healing before any unions or anything like that, right? This is like breaking old cycles, okay? This is a lesson phase of the past life, of your past life, okay? And then we have the Two of Cups. So this is like, once you do that healing, right, you can, obtain that Two of Cups soul union that you desire, right? This is like, despite the confusion and healing, the Two of Cups confirms mutual feelings or equal emotional exchange, okay? So this connection is real, okay? So this can be a soul level connection, but this can also be like family too as well, right? So you must be conscious of what needs to be healed, air signs, is what I'm getting for you guys, okay? And then we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it's like, so you could bring in that stability, okay? You can build solid foundations, okay? Is what I'm getting for you, air signs, okay? And with that being said, thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.